justice. You are loyal. We cannot allow the tyranny of facts and impartial reason to condemn the people who protect and guide you. The past is changeable. The future is set. Sabotage the court, kill the judge, and we will let you out.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Outlast Trials video. Today we're going to be doing Vindicate the Guilty, and this is a trial that I used to not like very much, but it's kind of grown on me the more I played it. But we'll be introduced to a few new mechanics here. So yeah, we'll just get into it. We basically just have to make our way into a courtroom, so just follow the path I'm following and it shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, we're just going to make our way in here, and there's going to be another one of those little like things where we have to like help a teammate over so he can open a door for us. But yeah, that's the way to the courtroom, which basically gets blocked off. But yeah, just follow the path I'm taking if you're playing solo. So if you had a teammate with you, you could lift them over like the wooden wall, and then they can open that silver barred door. But if you're just playing solo, this is the general route you take. So we'll basically head through here, and this will bring us into the courtroom where we can start the trial. Okay, so this is like a new mechanic where we have to basically get the code to this little box, and I'll show you now. And the code is given to us by these triangles. So the more empty the triangle, basically the most empty part of the triangle is the first digit. So we have nothing filled in this triangle. As you can see, this is empty. This is two like parts of it filled. That has one. So the most empty part is the 5, so that means 5 is our first digit. Then with one piece of the triangle filled is 8, so it's 5, 8. And then the next is 1, and then obviously the last one then will be like the full triangle, so we'll see what it is. So we have 5, 8, 1 and 9. That's basically that whole puzzle. There are kind of certain points in the game where like you might need like every single code. You could just like get 3 and maybe guess the last one, but in trials like this, if you get any of it wrong, you'll take damage, so just be wary of that. And then this next part, we just have to gather acid. Basically, this next part of the trial, we have to get a few of those heads with the codes again, and then get acid. Make sure not to do anything with the acid, like don't run, don't jump, don't do anything like running or jumping, because you'll spill the acid on yourself and take damage. And we basically just have to do this a few more times then. So we'll have to get more evidence and pour more acid into the fountain. The evidence will be downstairs, the heads that we have to get, and the acid will be upstairs. It's pretty easy to find. It is quite easy to find. The more people you're playing with, though, as far as I know, like you might have to get 2 more acid, and then if you go upstairs, you have to get 2 more heads. But this is just 1 of each, so it isn't too difficult. And as you can see, the acid sign is there, and then there's an evidence sign as well. So just keep an eye on those, and you can't go wrong. And then when we just pour this acid in, we just basically have to go and get 1 more head from the evidence department, which can be it can be annoying on higher difficulties because you have coil after you when you're trying to do it, and also your rig will be disabled. So just be mindful of that. It can make it a bit annoying, but all in all, it's not a difficult step. Once you have the room, like, you should be good. So I'll just stun him and get right in there, and your rig will be disabled when you walk through that little, like, I don't know what you call it, a metal detector thing. So you'll go through the rooms and you'll eventually find where the evidence is. You'll see like the little lockbox. I think it's in here. Yeah, you'll see it here, and then you activate it, and you just do basically what we did in the first one. So you look for the most empty triangle, which is 0 there. You'll see it. Then we look for the one that's next, that's more filled next, like 1 piece, which is that's 7. That's the last one. 4. So we have the other numbers. So it's 0 something 47 0847, I think. Yeah. And that's basically this part done then. And then for this next step, we're going to be introduced to a new mechanic, and it's basically, you'll see it here, you'll get a taste for it, but it can be a little bit annoying. It's kind of one I don't like in the game, but yeah, you'll see me do it here. Okay, so basically this next part we're going to have to use this device, and it's called a microwave trigger, and we have to basically use it to like blow up a guy. So you use it a few times and then he'll eventually like blow up. So you can see the 3 lights in his head. That means he has 3 lives. So we have to do this to him 3 times before we complete the objective and can move on. Now the annoying part about this is that when you use the trigger on him once, he'll like run away. He'll run into like one of the elevators and like leave, and he'll spawn somewhere else. And we'll basically have another device called a tracker where we can look for where he is. But there's a way you can get like 2 free like hits on him, and as if you use the microwave trigger on him once, use your rig or throw a projectile, you'll get like a window to microwave him again. So I think I'll probably do it here so you can see. And basically we also have to use this tracker to find out where he is. So the more lights that light up, the more closer we are to him. And then when it gets to 5 lights, like we'll basically be in the same area as him. So whenever you lose a light, just change your course and try and get it back. Here I am. He's in this next room, obviously, here. And there he is. So I'll see if I do it on him here. So I use the trigger. And then I use my rig. And then I get another chance to microwave him again. You have to be a bit more accurate if you're using like the bricks or bottles on him. I think I get it there, yeah, you see. And there we go, that's the first guy down. So if you can just like, if you're playing with people, just have a few people who have like projectiles or their rig, and you can get it done very quick. Because it's annoying when he like gets through the door and leaves. And then we just basically have to go up and do it again on another one. There's one upstairs and there's one downstairs. So as you can see, that's what happens when you don't hit him with like a projectile. He'll escape and go somewhere else. And this part you actually don't have your rig, which you could see there. So you'll have to just make sure, if you're playing with like another person, make sure they bring like bricks and bottles. And there he goes again, he gets me again. It's really annoying. And they do a lot of damage to you as well. They have heavy damage. I probably will speed this part up, because just when they get away and you have to like search for them again, it can make it really annoying to do parts like this. And I'm getting off like relatively easy here because there's not many enemies, but when you've enemies chasing you, like this is just a part like you want to get through as quickly as possible. Alright, so next we're going to have to power up this like execution device that we're going to have to use on this woman. And we basically just have to turn on like power switches, so just follow that blue lead and it'll lead you to where you have to go. So yeah, just follow the blue wires and it'll lead you to the box. If you're playing solo, you'll only need to do one because you'll only be using one crank, but if you're playing with two people or more, one person can do one and you can do the other, and that'll it'll help you do the step quicker. And just be wary of any enemies as well. You might have to stun a few people just to give yourself time to complete this step. And then basically once this step is over, that's basically the end of the trial. Just follow the path that I take to get back to the shuttle, and that's Vindicate the Guilty done. So look, thank you for watching, and I'll be uploading more videos soon. Yeah, see you in the next one.